AEW Double or Nothing going down this weekend from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. This card is stacked as always. And it's really, really long. 10 matches. So let's get right into it. Singles match for the AEW International Championship. Will Ospreay going one-on-one with Roderick Strong. I don't think there is any chance for Roderick Strong to win this. I think this match is going to be really, really good, but I don't think Roddy... I don't think they're stopping Will Ospreay. This is one thing. Like, we have 10 matches on this card. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7 championship bouts. It's too many. I get like they've done tournaments for all of these and all of that. Excuse me. If you wanted to go Will Ospreay winning the international championship, if Omega isn't ready for All In, do you do, or maybe even just next month coming up here at Forbidden Door, do you do Will Ospreay against Kazuchika Okada and unify the Continental title and the International title and make the Intercontinental title? But I wonder if you do that, because there's too much going on and not enough that separates these belts right now, right? So that would kind of be where my head would go. But I like, this match is going to be great, but Will Ospreay gets the win here. Next, it is for the AEW Women's World Championship as Timeless Toni Storm goes up against Serena Deeb. I think they went the wrong direction with the Serena Deeb thing, because like Toni Storm is a babyface. And so to try to go the sympathetic view with Serena Deeb coming back after a long layoff, but not really having, with all due respect, that equity build up with the fans, it doesn't work. So I would expect this crowd to be firmly behind Toni Storm and for her to retain in what will probably be a sleeper really good match. Then, a barbed wire steel cage match for the AEW TNT Championship. I have thoroughly enjoyed this feud. The bloodbath was a little much on Wednesday, but it is, from a storytelling standpoint, I understand it. It is an indication that Adam Copeland is getting back to his darker roots. And so again, from that standpoint, I get it, but like, it's 2024, man. Like, come on. But this match will be excellent. This build has been really good. And I predict a title change here. I think Malachi Black ends up getting the win. And I don't know where Cope goes from here, but I think Malachi Black ends up getting it done. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship title eliminator. If Takashita wins, he will receive a future IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match for what is objectively the ugliest singles main championship in professional wrestling. Major professional wrestling, anyway, right now. Jon Moxley against Konosuke Takeshita. This will be a very, very entertaining match. Really, really fun. And I think Takeshita probably loses. Like, I don't see them beating Jon Moxley right now, but I think this will be a very fun match, and one where, again, Takeshita's stock raises a little bit. But I think we're going to need to start to see him in a few more impactful feuds than just he comes out and beats someone up every week and that's it. We need a little bit more from there. Up next, a singles match as Trent Beretta goes up against Orange Cassidy, with the story of this, that Trent can beat Orange in just a straight up regular old wrestling match. I think this will be fun. The build up for this has been pretty good. The Don Callis family thing with this has been a little strange, and I do wonder if we get a full turn now and Beretta goes with the Callis family, because the Orange Cassidy involvement in it is just, it's weird, and it doesn't do anything for anyone, so I hope that they kind of switch this, but Orange Cassidy gets the win in this bout, in my opinion. Actually, you know what? It'll probably be Trent with something nefarious by way of the Callis family. And then a 3-way FTW rules match for the FTW Championship. Chris Jericho against Hook against Katsuyori Shibata. The new Chris Jericho, over the top, happy to be there guy. It's okay. It's not my favorite of the Chris Jericho iterations. I will say that. Against Hook and Shibata, like, this match will be good. I would imagine Big Bill interferes and Jericho retains the championship and we move on from there. But this feud has been okay. And I would imagine we will get something that continues with Jericho and Hook. Then it is a trios match for the AEW Unified World Trios titles, as the Bang Bang Gang of Jay White and the Guns taking on Death Triangle of Pac, Rey Fenix, and Penta El Zero Miedo. I thought a bigger deal needed to be made that Rey Fenix was back. I have said before, this guy should be a major champion in this company or anyone. He is legitimately one of the best performers in the world. He has had some injury issues, but he is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And so I thought oh my god, he's back needed to happen when Death Triangle kind of regrouped here. I hope Death Triangle gets the win here. I am not a fan of the Bang Bang Gang at all. I don't think Jay White really excels in the more comedic role, and no one takes the guns seriously. So all of the it doesn't mix for me, and it has significantly limited Jay White and made him feel like maybe even less than a mid-carder. And I think the feud with the Acclaimed set the Acclaimed back as well. I just think everything that this has touched has kind of turned negative, and so I hope Death Triangle comes away with it in this one. Then, singles match for the AEW TBS Championship as Willow Nightingale takes on Mercedes Moné. I have said before, this match needs to steal the show. It has been a not incredible debut for Mercedes Moné in AEW so far, but the thing that she is most known for is her in-ring ability. This is going to be a tough show to stand out on. Again, there's 10 matches. One of them's in a barbed wire steel cage, and the other one is called Anarchy in the Arena. So it's going to be difficult to stand out. But I think this needs to be an incredible match of the year caliber sort of a performance to get Mercedes Moné back on track. Because I said earlier in the week, right now, Mercedes Moné feels like the B-side in this bout. Willow Nightingale has, obviously, in kayfabe terms as the champion, she should feel like the bigger deal, but just in terms of watching this, Willow has felt like the better character, the better performer throughout this entire thing, and you didn't, with all due respect to both, you didn't bring in Mercedes Moné to take a backseat to Willow Nightingale. You brought her in to be a superstar, to be a difference maker, to be a needle mover. This match needs to be a needle mover. This is such an important match for both of these performers, but specifically for Mercedes Moné to try to get something back on the return for what she has done, because so far it hasn't been a whole lot. It has got to the point I would have Willow win this, to be perfectly honest with you. But I would suspect Mercedes Moné ends up getting the win. Then, Anarchy in the Arena, as the elite of Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry, and the Young Bucks take on Team AEW, Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, and FTR. I am very worried that Darby Allin coming out with a flamethrower on Wednesday means he's going to literally be lit on fire at some point in this match, and I'm only kind of kidding. This match is going to be insane. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be blood. There's going to be some hilarious spots. There's going to be some crazy violent spots. It's going to be video game wrestling on steroids. And in the end, I would presume that the Elite come away victorious in this bout, continuing their trek to take over AEW. I don't think they did the thing with Tony Khan and with Kenny Omega and with all of them to be done this in a month. So I think these guys end up getting the win in this particular bout. And then we go to the AEW World Championship match, Swerve Strickland taking on Christian Cage. This has been a good feud. I thought the angle on Wednesday set things up really well, where it has been Christian the whole time. Swerve has been close to his retribution, and he didn't get his hands on Christian, but they were able to at least thwart a plan from Christian Cage in this one, and then the return of Prince Nana really rounds this character out, I think, very effectively. I think this match is going to be excellent. I think it is going to be a whole lot of fun, but going forward, Swerve needs to feel like the A story. The Elite against Team AEW, it's closed every show. Swerve has been in the middle of every show. If this is the main event, fine, I will be a little bit surprised. But going forward, Swerve needs to feel like the biggest star on this show. He did leading up to his title reign, and then he wins the title and he goes into the main card. It's just, quite frankly, it's what pissed people off about some WWE booking, where John Cena will lose the title to CM Punk, and then Punk's in the mid card against the Big Show, and John Cena is in the main event against John Laurinaitis or some shit like that, right? So this is one where I think Swerve puts on a hell of a match, and I think they need to look at making him a bigger focus going forward.